Boom.
Oh, wow.
Boom. Hey, how's it going?
I'm nervous. I am very nervous right now.
Why are you nervous?
I've never done anything like this.
Yeah, I've only done this a few times, so I am also nervous, and I'm not the recipient. So
Mm.
I know the feeling.
Oh God, why is my? Oh, I feel weird because my camera's inverted.
Uh,
Sorry.
that's all right.
I'm
It's
losing
not
my
that big of
mind.
a deal,
Okay,
man.
sorry.
No
My
worries.
bad.
You can get the you can shake them off too. I don't know if you're a dancer or anything, but I like to dance sometimes to kind of get it out. I think I learned that shit in like drama or something, you know.
Really? That works?
I think so. Yeah, it kind of gets the I don't know. It might kind of make you look like a fool. Maybe that's why it helps. I'm not sure,
Mm.
but I think so to some extent.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like looking like a fool. It's a bit embarrassing.
You got to do it sometime though, right?
Uh,
If you're gonna make
yeah.
content on the internet, looking like a fool kind of
Yeah.
comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
I've probably done that 1,000 times already.
Well, it's good. It's good to see you, man. Nice to meet you. I'm Murph. Every time I do that, people don't know what to say. But hey, I was gonna go ahead and ask you if you're into this
Mm.
thing. I'm not like I said.
Yeah.
I don't really want to do this like super duper interviewee style. Just treat it
Yeah.
more just like having a conversation. That's kind of like how I want to
Yeah. Okay.
try to keep it as loose and casual as we can, and we'll just kind of like roll from there, you know.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with your name or with the name that you're comfortable giving to people?
Oh yes. My name is Leon.
Yeah, Leon.
Leon Lester. Yeah. It's
What?
a great
How do you
name.
say? What's the last? Leon Lester?
Yeah, Leon Lester.
Oh, okay, all right. Why? So the full name?
Yeah.
So so that they can find you?
No, because it's not a real name. It's a
Just roll with it. Just roll
bloody
with it.
made up one. Oh
Just,
yeah, no. Oh yeah, people
yeah.
can find me if they.
Yeah. They could
Yeah.
come look for you. I
Bloody
mean,
digital footpath. Yeah.
keep an open door and just kind of let anybody in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know who? Are you familiar with the comedian Doug Stanhope? Do you know who that guy is?
Doug Stanhope. I've never heard
Yeah.
of him.
He's been around a long time. He's kind of a crazy guy. He's a bit of a psycho, kind of, but he's been around a long time. He's kind of a legend, you know. But he did that. He's just like, hey, this is my address. I live in Bisbee, Arizona. If you're passing through town, come visit me. And I'm pretty sure to this day, people still pass through town and come visit him. And people just come in and he gives them a beer and everything. So you know what? It's not all bad. Nobody's killed him yet.
Ah. I mean, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy to piss people off, really, if he's a comedian, right?
Yeah, that's not what they do. They don't piss people off. Comedians don't really say controversial stuff. Yeah.
Oh, never.
So how old are you, man?
I am 20 years old.
You're 20 years old.
Yeah, 20.
Oh,
20.
nice. All right. I had pegged you for a little older. When I was watching a couple videos, this guy's got to be 23, 24 is what I was thinking.
No. What is my weight? 70 kilograms.
Do we have weight? What is that? Kilograms are going to be 180 pounds? 175 pounds?
I
2.2,
no
right?
idea.
2.2.
154 pounds.
154? Oh man, my math is awful.
Yeah, it's not 310. Oh God.
310 pounds, just a very skinny face, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are an Australian fella, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, if it doesn't worry you, whereabouts in Australia, you can give us a state if that's okay.
Yeah. The beautiful sunny city of Gold Coast. I think it's amazing.
What is it called?
Gold Coast. It's like in there.
Oh, of Gold Coast. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still not great with the accent, man. This is why.
Yeah, no, my voice is weird.
No, it's all right. You have a very unique voice for sure. Definitely.
Why is it whispering Gold Coast? Oh God.
Just ignore them. You're best if you just ignore chat.
Yeah.
Take a peek every once in a while, but you gotta watch out for these guys,
okay.
man. You got a lot of psychos out there,
okay.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I was gonna say, I was worried to have. There's a couple of people I got on my list for interviews, right? And
Yeah.
they, we have like a guy from Spain. I'm sure you may know who
Mm.
he is. There's a couple other people that are gonna come in here and they're gonna come in here with accents, and I don't know that I'm gonna be super duper good
Yeah.
at that. So when I was thinking of people to invite, I thought this is a good way for me to glide in to someone with
Oh,
a
yeah.
pretty soft accent, still different, something that my ear is
Mm.
not super keen with, but just enough.
Mm.
I'm just kidding. That's not true. So how do you like Gold Coast? It's nice.
I think it is. I think it is really good. I think it's like really beautiful, but some of the
Yeah.
people here are just not nice people at all.
How big of a
Like
city is
probably,
it?
um, I think 500,000 right now.
Okay. Okay.
It's
That's good
it's
size.
it's like not big, but not small either.
Uh-huh.
It's just kind of, I don't know. It's a developing city, I would say.
For sure. I feel like a lot of Australia has a lot of those. I would assume,
Mm.
right? It's kind of a, it's not that it's a, it makes it sound like a developing nation, which is not what I'm
I don't.
insinuating.
Yeah, I don't know why I chose that word. Bit of a,
That's cool. Is it a big college town or something by chance, or?
it's like there's colleges.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard the expression college town before. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, I mean, a place with a college doesn't necessarily mean it's a college town. It means
Yeah.
that it would be a place with multiple colleges where people from other places, usually more rural areas that don't have colleges, tend to go to after they graduate high school, so that they
Mm.
can they can go to one of the many high schools, colleges. Sorry.
Um, I genuinely do not. No, if
Don't
it
know.
is a college town, no.
Okay. Are you in the college university yourself?
Oh god, I could not be asked to do that. That seems like hell.
What would you do if
Like
you
I
if you were to do it?
that that's a thing. I don't know what I would do. I would just I'll
Yeah.
probably just pick something random and hope it's not awful. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of why I never went to college myself, and it was kind of the same reason. I
Mm.
spent I got out, and I thought to myself like, I'll probably do this one day soon. That's a good idea. A lot of everybody else
Mm.
is. Maybe I should too. And it just I never came around to it. I never found the thing where I was like, you know what, man, I think I'm a fucking engineer at heart. Maybe I just am, and I
Mm.
feel like I missed out a little bit, but.
Mm.
So you got no clue. Hey, you're just riding it for now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Now, what do you
Just
got? You got
realized that.
gum back there?
No, I need to take my meds. I just realized
Just
I
now,
got
right
a
now?
yeah. Yeah.
Is it? Am I okay to ask about what the?
It is Ritalin. It's an
Oh,
ADHD medication.
nice. That's some good meds. Yeah, yeah. Right
Yeah,
on.
sorry. I realized I timed it terribly, like for it to wear off like right during the interview, you know.
That's all right. I think we're pretty pro drug around here. I think, generally speaking,
That's good. Yeah,
pharmaceuticals. What do you think? How do you feel
yeah.
about pharmaceuticals, man? You a big fan?
I think I'm a fan, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Specifically, all right. But sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about pharmaceuticals. I think they're good. I think they're
Yeah.
good. I assume they're good. I don't know. I don't really mess a lot with them.
Just the Ritalin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's great.
Mm.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Yeah, I've only been on it for 2 weeks, so it's been a bit of a transition.
Oh, interesting, interesting. And so, how did that come about then?
I my script ran out, and then my doctor's like, "Go to a psychiatrist," because I had a shittier med before. It was what's it called? Stratera. It's awful,
Stratera.
bloody awful.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it an
So
amphetamine?
no, it's like I don't even. It's random. It's bloody random. I
Okay,
don't even. It did help with like fatigue I was having,
okay,
but it didn't really like fix with all the other stuff. I felt like just a bit like
right,
ah
right. And so you went to a psychiatrist, and they were like, "Yeah, you need
yeah
Ritalin."
yeah
Where do you
basically what.
where do you find these psychiatrists? How's healthcare for ADHD and stuff? That's a good question, Blue. Yeah, I don't know
Um,
anything about the Australian healthcare system.
yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's better if you get diagnosed before you're 18.
Real.
Like there's more like yeah, there's like healthcare if you get diagnosed before you're 18. I got diagnosed after 18, so it was I didn't get the benefits, but I'm pretty sure there's like benefits if you get diagnosed before 18.
Well, that sounds kind of biased, doesn't it? Like, well, yeah, you got the
I
same
don't
problem as all these
understand.
other guys,
Yeah.
but you don't get any of the advantages that come with it.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. Yeah.
That is strange. What does it do? What do they do? Is it just discounts or something like that? Like you just get it for cheaper, or
Um
does Doc like hook you
yeah,
up with the
I think
high
you just get
doses or something?
no, I think you just get it for cheaper. I think so. I
Okay.
can't really say right now.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you seem to know a lot about Australia.
Here and there, yeah.
Just
I don't
kidding.
know.
So Gold
Yeah,
Coast,
no,
man, sounds like a nice place. So I guess it's
it is.
do you get you probably don't really get much for seasons there, do you?
Um, I mean, there's hot and cold, but I wouldn't really.
Yeah. Cold is just
It's like
not hot, right? That's what you mean.
it's it's slightly chilly.
Any surfing in Gold Coast?
Oh, heaps, I reckon.
Yeah.
There's like beaches, so I assume people go out there with surfboards.
Not much of a surfer yourself.
I think I tried when I was little, and I was bloody awful at it, so I quit.
It is miserable, man. I hate it.
Mm.
Yeah, dude. You crazy. This is a weird aside I have. I just happen to throw this in here. Okay, so last Christmas I went surfing, right? My nephew,
Mm.
I was in Mexico. My mom stays down there for extended periods of time. So we went and did like a Christmas thing. And my nephew, he's like 16 or something. He was taking surfing lessons. So I figured,
Mm.
fuck, I've never gone surfing. We'll try it. So we rented some boards. I tried it. I hated it. Miserable.
Mm.
But at that like exact spot where I was going surfing, just yesterday, it's a true story. Just yesterday, true story. Lady got attacked by a shark and killed. Right there, right in that exact same spot.
That's a rare thing to happen.
Yeah, that's fucked
Shark
up.
attacks.
Yeah, man. Right in a tourist place.
Awful.
She was some Canadian lady, I guess. Wild, man. It's fucked up. So do you
Goddamn
have any
sharks.
are you an only child?
No, I do have
No.
two siblings.
Two siblings? That is a speaking like a brother and a
Bro-
sister, two brothers
yeah,
or
brother and a sister. Yeah, yeah.
right. Okay. Gotcha.
Sorry,
And are they younger,
I'm being-
older?
Well, no, my brother's older, sister's younger.
Gotcha. Okay. Middle child type of deal. Dude,
Yes.
it's okay. Let that riddling, give that shit about 10 minutes. You'll be fine. You know, that's all. You'll be
Yeah,
totally
okay.
focused. Well, that's rad, man. So,
Yeah. Sorry about this.
that's fine, dude. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm brand new to this shit too. So it's no worries. I've actually had people decline me. I invited someone and they were
Oh, God.
I'm not going to do that live. Are you out of your mind? So, it takes a little bit of bravery to come up here and do this thing, even though it's not much in the end, right? Just a chat.
Good old chit chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So what do you do? What do you do as far as hobbies around Gold Coast? You got anything?
So my biggest hobby is probably just playing drums.
Oh,
Which
he's
is
a
it.
drummer. Okay.
Yeah, I play drums. I think I play them well, but I could be completely wrong.
That's sick. How long you been playing the drums?
10 years.
Oh, okay. Well, you're probably
Yes,
competent.
9 years actually.
9
Yeah,
years.
but I think I'm confident. I reckon. I reckon.
Who's your favorite drummer? You got a guy?
Yeah, Vinny Colaiuta from
Vinny
lots of
Colaiuta.
people. Yeah, he's kind of someone who's not a famous drummer unless you are a drummer yourself.
Okay. Is he a jazz drummer? Is he a rock? Like what's it?
Yeah, so jazz, but he just played pretty much anything. But I think he started learning with jazz. Then he just like played with everyone from like
he was
Jeff Beck.
with Zappa is what Pista
Yeah.
says. Oh, wild. Vinny Colaiuta. Wow. Okay, might have to check that guy out. That's sweet. Wow, man. So have you ever been in a band or anything like that?
Yeah, I am in a band right now. It's miserable. But I that's kind of the expectation with bands at 20 years old, I'm guessing.
I think so. Yeah. Unless you started at 10, I'd imagine.
Yeah, nah.
I
don't know.
I'd imagine you don't want to share the band name with us, would you?
Oh, not right now.
You
I
don't have
don't
to do
know
it's.
because
I would understand. I would understand.
yeah, it's yeah, I'm not happy with the music that's released right now. But
Okay,
the
that's fair. Yeah,
yeah, so I don't want to leak that by accident.
that's fine. That's fine. What kind of music is it?
I don't even know. It's
It could
kind
be a
of
big part of the
old
problem with the
sounding.
sound. Then
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know what it's. Uh yeah, yeah, that's where I kind of draw the line. I don't like the music myself. I
do
just
you,
play the drums.
does the squad have any like obvious? And do you guys have any? Okay, hold on. Hold on. How do you have a band? Do you guys not have any like-minded influences or anything? Is there not like a fuck yeah,
Um,
we love Queens of the Stone Age or something? Is there not anything that
yeah, I think the rest of them like Queens of Stone Age. I'm not a huge fan myself, just because I don't know.
I'm a little indifferent myself. Yeah, yeah. I just mean, is there something that what brought you to the band? What's the glue that ties it together?
Um, yeah, because it is my brother's band, so
See,
just
okay,
gone and
okay.
done that.
I see. What does your brother play?
Mm. Guitar mostly and
Is
sings.
is he the front man?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
see.
it's a
I
bit of a
see. I see who's wearing the pants around here. So does he writes all the songs then?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever told him that you don't care for the type of music that you guys are making?
Yeah, heaps. Yeah, quite a lot actually.
So it's just for like practice that you're doing this, or
I mean it's fun. It's fun.
yeah? Do you
I
guys play?
like playing.
Do you play gigs at all?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
do
cool.
gigs.
Around Gold Coast?
Um we do Gold Coast ones, but lately it's been mostly Brisbane
Gotcha.
because
That's
there's
cool.
not much of a music scene in Gold Coast, I think.
500,000 people and not much of a music scene.
I mean
What's
there is,
wrong
but
with
it's
these
usually
people?
just yeah, no, you don't want to meet these people. These people are horrible. Like some of the worst in Australia are all like just kept captive in here. It's bloody miserable.
It's so funny, man. I don't know why. Maybe part of the reason I asked it was if it was a college town is because I live near Kelowna in BC,
Mhm.
and I don't know if it is the same way that you're describing, but Kelowna has a similar type of reputation. Like, my God, these people are just awful. You know what I mean? So but it's a big college town. A
Yeah.
lot of young people go there, and like everybody's
Mm,
hot and attractive, and they're all playing football or something. You know what I mean? It's got a very
mm.
specific atmosphere about it that just makes not being from there like, my God, these fucking people, you know? Uh,
Nah, I think people just here are like rude. I'd say like most people are like 30 to 40, and they're just rude people. Just like,
right,
oh,
right.
Jesus Christ. You just try to do something. Just
Fucking
bunch
kids
of
these
rude people.
days. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's bloody miserable.
So with the band, then, do you guys like what kind of shows are you playing? Like, do people show up? I don't know if
Yeah,
that sounds,
people show up.
yeah.
Yeah, people show up.
Are
I
they
don't know.
like bar gigs that you guys are doing, or do you play in
Yeah,
venues?
those
Or
ones.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Bars.
yeah. So do you do like cover songs at all?
Yes. We are
Yeah.
like very under rehearsed right now,
Okay.
just
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
various reasons, but
It's a
yeah,
band
we
for
do
you.
cover songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Do you okay? So you don't like the music? Do you at least have fun playing the drums in the band, at the very least?
um, yeah. Yeah, I like drums. They are
Yeah.
fun. They are very fun.
Right. Do you have? Is there a favorite tune you got? A favorite tune you guys do?
Nah.
Some Cashmere or something like that. You guys are.
Oh no. No. We're not I don't think we've ever done a Led Zeppelin cover.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. Well, that sounds decent, at least, man. I would be curious to hear. I'm always because the same thing happened when I was talking to Lefty as well. He's like, "Yeah,
Mm.
this is my Lefty impression. Yeah, we wrote some tunes back then. Yeah, we wrote some tunes back when we lived in a dumpster." Um, and yeah, and he didn't want to share them with us. He didn't want to share them, but that's all right.
Yeah, no.
I don't blame you. So what? So as far as yourself, what type of tunes do you like, man?
So yeah, my biggest favorite is Frank Zappa, but I also
Nice.
like Genesis, Pink Floyd, Kate Bush, and King Crimson, and
Ooh,
Yes, and all those. All
Yeah,
those
prog
people.
rock, 70,
Yeah,
early 70 prog,
all
and
those
yeah, yeah.
bloody guys. Yeah, all the old
Yeah.
people.
Zappa's a guy I've always been kind of intimidated with Zappa, as is I'm sure understandable as a fan of Zappa.
Mm,
I've listened to like 3 records or something. I know I've done Hot
yeah.
Rats, I know I've done Studio 10,
Mm,
and I'd like to think that there's one other one I've heard, but Zappa's just intimidating, man. There's just so much music and I don't know
yeah.
where to start.
Like, because I've listened to like 80 albums at this point, and I still feel like I don't know enough. Just because, like,
Yeah, man.
like including like all the releases after his death, it's just
Yeah.
a ridiculous amount of music.
Am I mistaking it for someone, or did they recently have another really big box set from Zappa of all unreleased music?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I heard
yeah.
it
That
was
was
Hot Rats 2 is what I think people were
yeah,
referring to
yeah,
it
yeah.
as.
Funky
Yeah.
Nothingness, it was called. Yeah, I
Okay.
really enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
thought it was
okay.
good.
Do you think I should start there?
No,
Okay.
I d-
Where do you think I should go? I'll actually write this down because Zappa's kind of something I've
um,
been wanting to check out.
I mean, I think like one of the most albums people get into is One Size Fits All.
One
It's
size
kind,
fits all.
but there's also Apostrophe as well, which is
I'll write them both. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. I think either or.
Are they massive? That's kind of the other thing. Because
No, the
30, 40
Apostrophe is
minutes is
like
fine, you know?
yeah, Apostrophe is only like 38 minutes, I think.
Okay, cool. One size fits all apostrophe. Sick. That's actually huge, man. And so then King Crimson too, you say? 'Cause
Yes, yeah.
I love King Crimson. What is the I don't know if you've seen this back here. Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah,
Hello.
there he is. I hear you were a big Ken Carson fan too, huh?
Oh god, who said that?
Is that
Who the
true?
hell said that?
That's what
That
I've
is not
heard.
true at all. That is not true at all. Oh,
It's been all over the grapevine, man. People are saying that up, down, left, to right.
no, God, I tried listening. I thought it was awful, so I
Yeah,
stopped listening.
yeah, I'm kind of the same, man. Yeah, I've never been a Ken Carson guy myself. I've only listened to the one a few years ago. I know he had a new one, but I don't have it. I don't
Yeah,
just don't have it in me.
yeah.
There's,
I just listened to it, and I was like, I felt like a 12-year-old produced it, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, what am I listening to? I don't know.
I
I
mean,
thought it was going to be crazy.
I think that this is good. It sounds pretentious and stuff, but I think that there is a certain type of prestige that comes with being a fan of things like Zappa and King Crimson. That
Yeah.
that like when you go listen to other stuff that does not have that type of uh I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. Virtuosity maybe, or there's something
Mm,
about it that when you go listen to stuff like that, you're like, my God, man, can't I just waste my time with anything else than this? For the love of God.
yeah.
Yeah, I struggle with a lot of this like modern landscape of hip hop music because there is great hip hop out there, but a
Mm,
lot of the shit that gets widespread acclaim is like laughably bad. Ken Carson is a fair example, I think.
mm. Yeah, but I know that was like a commercial success, but was it even critically praised?
No,
Like I only
God no.
saw Fantano's like review on it. He gave it like a 3.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
I don't think
this
it
is
was
the
critically
album
praised.
people are like talking about. Yeah.
Other than like Rolling Stone. I don't know how do you follow a lot of like music culture, music critics or
oh,
anything like that?
I really try not to.
Yeah, it's probably a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Rolling Stone has this funny tendency to just kind of like pull out of a hat like 4 or 5 hip hop records that came out during any given year to put on their top 50 albums of the year. So when you say
Mm,
critical acclaim, I don't think so, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone like Rolling Stone was like, "Oh
mm,
man, we got Ken Carson, put that at number 37." You know, like it's hilarious.
mm. Because I'm like that might be because like when Nevermind was released, they like I'm pretty sure they were just saying like, oh, it's awful, awful album. Nobody should ever listen to this. Then
Yeah.
like weeks later, it got like popular, and they were like, oh, Nevermind, this is what a great
Oh, it's
album.
incredible. Incredible. This is
Yeah,
revolutionary
yeah,
stuff.
what?
By
Yeah.
the way, Gingy, shut the fuck. You cannot talk shit about Ice Spice, Gingy. Don't talk shit about Ice Spice.
Oh, top 5 artists on Spotify Wrapped. That's a good idea.
Ooh,
That's a
yeah,
very good
that's a
idea.
good question, DJs.
Um,
Yeah, I'd be curious, man. Mine were all right, but mine was almost exclusively shit that gets played on my stream playlist. So Blade.
I do like Blade actually, but
Okay.
I've only
All right.
liked him the past 2 months, so it's a bit weird because it has like a shitty sound, but I kind of like it a little.
Yeah, it's a cloud rap thing. I think it can be
Mm.
cool, but I've never really loved Blade specifically. None of the Drain Gang stuff really
How do we
makes me too
find
fun.
this?
I don't know.
GeoGuessr
I got
music. Oh, incredible.
like an email. There were alerts going off. My phone was 10 times a day it was telling me. Here's your Spotify Wrapped. I know Bonobo is #1 for me, but that's all just music I played during my stream. So I think it's unfair to say that that's what it was. I think Lil Ugly Mane was #3 actually, hilariously enough. You listen to Lil Ugly Mane at all?
Little Ugly Mane. I've
Yeah.
never heard of that person.
Try him out, man. He's great. His newer record is not hip hop anymore. It's not hip hop
What's a good
anymore.
one?
Well, it depends. Do you want the hip hop or the no hip hop? Mr. Thug Isolation is kind of his hip hop record that got a lot of acclaim, and it's awesome. But
Mr. Thug.
you
Yeah.
got to look at it like it's a parody, because
Oh, okay.
it's definitely not too much of a parody, but it is just enough of one that it's very tasteful. It's kind of done in jest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
But then his newer record too, Volcanic Bird Enemy and the Voice Concern. That one is not hip hop. It's very cool. You might like it, man. Do you have an RYM account? Are you that kind of a guy?
Oh God, no.
Oh
As
God,
soon as I found out about that website, I tried to stay away from it.
Yeah, jeez,
Okay,
huh?
finally got this pulled up. Number
worst.
1, Frank Zappa. Number 2, Pink Floyd. Number 3, Kate Bush.
Kate, I was gonna say all the
number
stuff you just
4
listed.
Yeah, I know exactly. Number 4, Genesis. The number 5, The Mothers of Invention, which is
Zappa.
band, so
It doesn't even count.
yeah, it doesn't even count.
Okay. Well,
It's
that's
a
cool.
fake slot.
You at least are consistent, at the very least.
Yeah.
So, have you ever told your brother, man, why don't we get some prog going on? Let's get some jazz rock going on in here. Like, let's. You ever try?
I just don't think that's what people want to listen to. At least, like, come out these days, is it?
I think so.
Maybe?
What's the most popular rock band you know of right now? That's not like the fucking Foo Fighters or something. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, yeah. Okay, rock
like
band,
like a critically acclaimed rock band right now. That's huge because rock is kind of faltering, right?
Yeah, I think it's just changed. I think it's just changed into what people listen to. I mean, I guess if you like compare it to like the 90s, you would say rock is dead, but I think it's just different. It just sounds different.
It's just not as popular and stuff as it used to be.
Yeah.
Right. Imagine Dragons.
I can't think of a rock band. I can't think of a
single. Think of a modern rock band. See, I'm thinking of Black Midi. Immediately, I think of Black Midi.
Oh yeah, Black Midi.
Right.
But and Black Country New Road as well is pretty.
Sure,
up there
that's
too.
not a bad example. Yeah, they're kind of arcade fiery, but I think Black Midi is like on the cusp of like some cool revolutionary shit. And guess what? People love them. Talk about Zappa.
They do.
Those guys are fucking very Zappa-esque in a lot of ways. Very adventurous types of guys, right?
Yeah, I've only listened to Hellfire. I thought it was very good, but I just forgot to like keep listening.
Yeah, they're a great band, man. They seem like a incredible live band. Like very on it, these kids, man. So that's kind of what I mean, right? Not like you could convince your brother, like, hey, let's be Black Midi or anything like that. But I mean, it would be cool to maybe, if you're gonna be in a band and he's your brother, shove in that direction. You know what I mean? Something cool.
I mean, just try to pull on those fans at least. Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you
that's a good idea.
Do you write your own music at all?
Yes. I haven't showed anyone though, so
that's all right.
Yeah,
that's cool. Nice. And so, what kind of angle do you take then? Do you go for more experimentalism, or are you?
I like songs that I don't even really know. I don't like. It doesn't even sound like music I'd listen to, so I don't really even know what it is that I write. I don't know. It's very bizarre. I don't know what the hell I write.
That sounds cool, man. Yeah,
But
Polyphia.
like,
that's a fair
normal.
call too, Luke.
Polyphia.
Yeah. Polyphia. I think they're a little poppier these days, but like Polyphia is another kind of a cool example of an interesting rock band going around these days that people seem to just fucking love. Yeah, well, that's sweet, man. Hell yeah. I keep at it, dude, because I used to write music, but I quit a long time ago, and I still wish I
Mm.
did. Sometimes I go through like a 3 week period where I'm like, fuck, I just gotta sit down and do it, man. But
Yeah.
I always did
Mm.
it through like my own equipment, so I wasn't just a guy with
Mm.
like an acoustic guitar, just like,
Yeah.
oh, oh, Sally, like I wasn't doing that and writing the shit. That wasn't that. It was like I would just like find a weird tone out of a keyboard, and then I would
Yeah.
just try to like work a song around this cool tone or something, that type of stuff. But yeah, I
Mm.
haven't done it in so long, and now I'm like, it's a completely different setup. So it's like I don't even feel like I'm the same guy with the same shit making music anymore,
Mm.
But yeah, keep at it, man. It's a thing you like doing. Just stick with it because
Mm.
it's a nice catharsis,
Yeah,
I think.
it is. It is a lot. Like just imagining like how a song would sound and then finally finishing it. It's like, oh god, I finally
Yeah.
did it. It is a
Yeah.
good feeling.
It's a worthwhile accomplishment. And the funny thing too is
Mm.
it doesn't feel much like one. It's like, oh, I
Mm.
wrote a song. Fuck everybody. Yeah, I wrote a song. You know what I mean? It's so silly. It's
Mm.
but it is really nice. Yeah.
Mm.
So then, your YouTube channel. How long ago did you
Oh
start
yeah.
deciding to do your YouTube channel?
That would have been a bit over a year ago. I started making shitty GeoGuessr videos.
Did you now?
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, I think I've like deleted a lot of them just because some of them were just so awful. Like, and like I knew they were awful, but then when you look back, they were even worse than I thought. I was like, oh god, I probably should get rid of this because it's just like you think of all the hours you can put into a video, and it still
For
turns out
sure.
shit. You publish it, and then come back months later, it's just like, oh god, what have I put out here? It's
For
bloody awful.
sure. Yeah. When you go back with a brand new set of eyes and you just think to
Yeah.
yourself it wasn't right. So then so
Mm.
then if you say you started making GeoGuessr videos about a year ago, what the fuck is Frenchy Tambourine?
Yeah, that was me just like so it started off, I was just like, how about oh god, I don't even want it. Oh god.
No, you got it. I couldn't believe when I found this shit. I was like, what in the absolute fuck did he
Yeah, so
upload
I would
here?
have I would have been I think early 18 when
Okay.
I
Yeah.
started that. I was just like, I'm just gonna make shitty music on Audacity and no one's gonna stop me. So I just kept doing that for a little because it was just a bit of fun.
Well, some of these
But yeah,
pieces are like 40 minutes long. So you composed all of those?
no, I just got like royalty free bloody
Okay.
instrumentals and just made them sound even worse. Yeah, it was a bit of a mess.
That's hilarious. Yeah, because I was going through and I was like, kind of watching a few of your videos, and I was like, oh, well, what is this shit? What is this at the bottom here?
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
the
oh,
thing.
okay, cool. I got some common ground here. I've done this. Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought in a million years I would ever be asked about that ever once.
I try to do you know who Nardwar is?
Oh yeah, Nadwa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
I mean, I could never do that. I don't have the resources or the
mm,
time to be able to do some shit like that. But
mm,
in some kind of a way, I hope that I can like at least ask one
yeah,
Nardwar-esque question. I kind of feel
yeah,
like that's the one right there. That was my one
yeah,
shot at
yeah.
asking about something random and obscure. It is funny. So it's basically because at first when I listened to it, I was like, what the fuck are these like 40-minute long videos? And
Yeah.
I'm bouncing around. I thought to myself, like, if he could post these are kind of crazy because there's a lot of them that do some really interesting things. But then all it is just you in the background. And then you're just like, yeah, whoa, yeah, oh, gotta
Yeah.
give it, oh, yeah, let's go. Yeah, what? Yeah, give him a French tambourine as a gift. Yeah, for sure. Here, hold this. It was funny, man. No, because like I said, going through, I was like, all right, I don't know this guy at all. Got a
Mm,
YouTube channel. I
yeah.
can talk to him about that, and I found those, and I thought that's fucking gold. But it is,
Mm,
but it is cool then that you actually do compose your own music. I didn't.
yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, I've just never shown anyone ever.
That's all right. Yeah.
Like, I think there's only one song I would say I actually composed, and it sounds probably worse than all the rest.
All
Um,
the rest of the Frenchy tambourine stuff.
yeah, yeah. It's bit.
Yeah. Do you
It's a bit
sing?
of
I
a.
think that's a fair question. Do you sing?
I have no idea how to.
Yeah, but do you try?
I've tried and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like my voice at all. I think it's horrible.
It is singing's kind of weird too because
Mm,
you gotta sort of find a voice for yourself.
mm.
I remember this quote. Are you familiar with the band Grizzly Bear at all? You ever hear those guys?
Yeah, I only know one song though.
Yeah, there's one of the guys from that band. I thought he had a really cool quote because he had a few moderately popular bands before Grizzly Bear.
Mm,
His name is Daniel Rawson, and he had this quote where he said that I was a musician for 20 years before I joined Grizzly Bear, but it wasn't until I was in Grizzly Bear that I finally knew what my voice was supposed to sound like. Something along those lines,
mm,
right? So I think that I think in a way singing is kind of weird like that. Because I used to sing in all my
mm,
tunes, and there's a lot of times, especially when I go back and listen to them, like Jesus Christ, those are awful. Except for like
mm,
three. There's like three songs. I'm like, wait a second, I almost sound like competent, and
mm,
capable. It feels, it's cool. So that's what I would say. It's just fucking.
mm.
If you're doing it on your own, who cares, right? Maybe one day it'll click, and
Yeah.
you'll be like, fuck. What do you know? 5 years later, I know what I'm doing, right? It's cool.
Mm.
So the Twitch channel then, when did that come in the mix?
Um, I think I did a couple streams in 2021, and I that was a bit weird. I had no idea what I was doing then. That's so I just gave up. Came back in 2022, and I was also just so clueless of what to do. But I eventually got slightly bigger than I was, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was a bit happy. I no longer had 9 followers, so it was a bit nice.
Yeah, I know the feeling for sure.
Mm.
Yeah. So basically all you've ever done on Twitch is all just Geo?
No, I kind of hated streaming GeoGuessr
Yeah.
this year. So I
2023
started streaming.
specifically?
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
like August, I would say. I just got so bored of streaming it. I don't know what happened. So I started streaming Roblox and Elden Ring, I guess.
Whoa. Roblox.
Yeah, it was a it was not a good move in my opinion. Uh, I don't know. I was enjoying it when I first did it, but then it just became annoying, because
Yeah.
there's like genuine children that come in and you're like, it's just weird.
Yeah, I don't know that much
Like,
about Roblox. The only person, man, this would have been like close to 10 years ago was my nephew showed it to me.
mm,
And I couldn't wrap my head around it, man. I still don't think I entirely understand what Roblox is. What is it? What
um,
is it? It's the
I,
weirdest.
it's like you can make games in it,
Yeah, I got
and
that
then
much.
people can play their games. It's not. It's I don't know. It's a
I,
bit
I
of
don't
a
like I don't know. I
thingamajig.
mean, like I have a negative perspective on it, which might be unfair because I don't understand it at all.
Mm.
I just don't know like what is it more like a chat room where you just like it because it looks like VR chat when I watch
It
Roblox.
yeah. It I guess it's a little like that, except you could just it's just playing games. I guess. It's a bit like Fortnite creative mode, kind of, from
Yeah,
what I've
okay.
seen about it.
Okay. Kind of
It's just people.
Minecraftian in a way.
Yeah, yeah, kind of. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. It's a bit of a shocking game.
So what's up with the stand-up comedy routine then? The Roblox comedy
Yeah,
routine.
that was just an idea I had, and I was like, that sounds interesting. I might do it, and then, um, oh yeah, yeah. I think I just wrote like I got bored, and I just wrote like 40 different non-GeoGuessr ideas down, and
Yeah,
I've just
yeah.
been trying to slowly tackle them because I really just want to like get better at making videos and video ideas.
Just in general.
But Yeah, just because
Right.
I got when I felt like I ran out of stuff to say with GeoGuessr, honestly.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. Yeah.
it just became like, "Oh god, another GeoGuessr video. Let me
Yeah, I was
just
gonna ask, man. I have it written
record
down
this."
here. You had like a video a week for like close to 6 months, at least 3, 4 months. You're putting out about a video a week in Geo.
Though, could you
That's what it
could you
looked
repeat
like,
that
at
question?
least. So for about like 4 months, 5, 6 months,
Yeah.
you were putting out about a video a week related to Geo.
Um,
It was about four a
yeah.
month,
I was trying to go for a weekly.
one a week.
Yeah. I think there
Yeah,
were a
yeah.
couple weeks I missed, but it was mostly trying to go weekly videos.
And then
And then
like 3, 4 months ago, you just stopped with Geo and it's just other
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's just, you're just trying to branch out and try some other stuff and see what works for you.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so why is that?
Um, I don't know because I I find it very hard to think of like video ideas that are good, like when you first write them, that like are good when you're like actually executing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just like trying to figure out what kind of videos I want to make. I guess.
Right. Yeah. 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 You don't want to be stuck in the rabbit hole of playing Geo all the time, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I still love that game, but I really only enjoy it best playing it by myself at this point,
Yeah.
just
Right.
because
Right.
eh, it's like I don't like learning in that game at all. It's like you have to go
Yeah.
through 50-page documents to like it's awful. It's like just so boring, and then like you get slightly better. It's just
Yeah, I can relate to
yeah,
that.
it's not fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so funny. Yeah, I have a similar conundrum. I've had to just as a person who streams so much Jackasser, I've had to kind of fight that same problem all the time.
Mm,
I go
yeah,
through these phases where sometimes I'm like, you're like really sick of the game, and then I just don't want to play it, and that'll last for like a
yeah.
couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, maybe a couple of weeks, I'll be indifferent. I'll be like, it's kind of fun. I'm still having a pretty good time, and then for the next couple of weeks, I'll be like, damn, dude, you know what I should do? I should start learning again. That sounds like a really good idea. Feel like I've stagnated. I learn a couple things here or there, but I don't learn that much anymore. Maybe I should start learning. And then I look at my
Mm.
Steam library and I'm like, you know what though? There are other things that I could be doing besides reading 50-page documents and learning where to go in Mongolia. But at the same
Mm,
time, I like the game, and I would, as a person who's
yeah.
around a lot, it would be nice to be better at it. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But I completely understand. I completely understand where you're coming from.
yeah, it's just like because like when you first get into the game, like you go look on like those geo hints and geo tips websites, and it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
easy and like it just becomes like something easy
It's
to remember.
yeah, yeah.
Like and then it just becomes like the more and more you learn, it just like go into these awful like just awful documents, and it's just so boring. Like I think the Plunkett Guide's pretty good, but that is so long as well.
I think the pocket guides are generally pretty good. Yeah, I have this weird issue where every time I end up looking something up out of curiosity, there's never a guide for it.
Mm.
I don't know why. It's just it's like, you know what, man? I'd really like to see what's going on here, and there just happens to not be a guide for that specific country. But no, I do
Yeah.
think those are pretty good resources because for me, like it's about pattern recognition, right? I don't want to look at a
Mm.
location and just be like, ah, fuck, what was that one thing? Fucking yeah. I'd rather just be able to look at it and go, oh shit, it's this place. Let's see how close I can
Mm.
get in this
Yep.
place. You know what I mean? Because that's like
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
a lot more like the geo hints angle
Mm.
on it, right? Where it's all kind of this more
Yeah.
surface level stuff that's not quite as
Mm.
the granulated photographs in like
Mm.
far east Brazil in like this random jungle somewhere or something. That stuff is just so difficult for me to stay on top of.
Mm.
So when other people get it, I can be like, God damn, man, nice work, that's kind of crazy.
Mm.
But I just don't think I could stretch myself to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So so on your YouTube channel, I was watching this video that you had where you were rating different TikTok songs based off
Oh
of.
yeah, that was the worst video I've ever made.
You think so?
It was yeah, I think it ended up being like 200 300 gigabytes of
Holy
storage on my
shit.
computer, and I was like, "Oh god, I just need to finish this video as quick as possible." Because I didn't even realize. I was just like, "Why can't I save this like recording anymore?"
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
realize my PC storage was full. Like it's like that.
You need an external drive, my guy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He tortured himself. I don't know, man. Like there were a lot of perfectly all right songs on there. Are there a lot of dog shit songs? Of course, there's plenty of dog shit songs.
Mm,
But I feel like at least the reason a lot of TikTok songs, at least to me, gain traction is because they're fun and mindless and stupid. And it takes very
mm,
little energy to care or be interested in them. It takes
mm,
very little energy to be like, oh, you know, I can like that. There's nothing to it,
mm,
right? And as a person who's a Zappa fan or something, it's
mm.
like, yeah, well, these songs fail to do anything interesting
Yeah.
whatsoever. But
Yeah.
it's easy to be like, ah, it's fine, whatever. I don't know. Man, it sucks, but well, it's fine, you know.
Because I never wanted to make that video, but I think I was just like, I started working on a video before realizing it was just awful. So it's
Mm,
like, I'm just going to quickly make a tier list video. And that was like the first tier list I could find. And
right,
it
right,
ended up being bigger than the video I would have made if I kept doing it.
right.
So,
It's like a 30-minute
yeah,
long video. I
it was,
noticed you said that you'd never heard Starboy in that video. And I gotta say, wherever
no.
you hang out in Gold Coast, I need to also hang out because I cannot stand that fucking song. And it comes on everywhere I go. I swear when I walk into the grocery store, it's there. If I go get a cup of coffee, it's there. If I'm standing on the street corner and a car drives by, it's there. I hear the song everywhere I go. And when you said, I've never heard the song before, I simply could not wrap my head around that. That was crazy.
Yeah, I don't think it was very big in Australia then.
That could
Because
be the case. Yeah.
or I just might have missed it because I don't listen to radio. I mean, I probably would have heard it in a shop, maybe passing by if it's that popular. I I just never heard that song before.
Yeah, it's fair, man. I mean, it happens sometimes. Sometimes this shit just flies right by, but it could be an
Mm,
Australia thing too. I just
yeah.
it's crazy to me because I don't even dislike that song or anything, but I just felt like I could hear it everywhere. Like I could probably stick my head out the window right now, and there's like a 20% chance that I will hear that song somehow. Be on somebody's ringtone or something. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Mm,
So I wanted to ask you too. This is a thing when
yeah.
I was because you know we don't know each other. I don't know you at all, basically,
Yeah.
right? Um,
Yeah.
and so when I was looking around for stuff to bring up, this is one thing I was curious to talk about was you had made this is kind of it's like a I don't know, maybe it's a 6-part question. I don't fucking know, but it
Yeah.
starts off basically with the you made your GeoGuessr controversy video, right? Which
Yes.
had some
Yeah.
decent success. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
People were
Yeah.
watching it. It's a lot of yeah. And and in this, I'm sure that you saw that I had a conversation with Mustachiola, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I was curious as a person who, I mean, you made like a 10, 12 minute long chunk about it or something in that video.
Yeah.
I was curious, did you watch that interview that I had with him at all?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mostly just curious. I don't if you didn't change your perspective or anything, that's totally I don't care. I'm just curious if you gleaned anything out of that as kind
Um
of let's say an addendum the onto that video. Do you have any
yeah, so here's my problem. When I
yeah.
started making this video, I thought it I thought of it as was gonna be funny if I just made it completely dramatic, like GeoGuessr video. Like just a video about bloody GeoGuessr and just make it like as dark and gloomy as possible. I didn't realize just like none of there was no humor in the video at all that like it just I think that video was a failure personally just because it didn't feel like what I was originally meant to wanting to do with that video
Okay,
because
interesting.
yeah, the mustard chiola part like I don't when I look back on that video I did realize I was being very harsh, which was not my intention at all. Like
I'm not trying to, just to be clear, I'm not trying
Yeah.
to back you in a corner and make, you don't have to
No, no, no,
defend
no, no.
yourself or anything like
No, no,
that.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah. I just, because I didn't watch that video until it was part of what made me want to invite you
Yeah.
on here is, and maybe it's unfair for me to say in a way, kind of a bit of a two-part, talking to him. And then someone brought that video to my attention after I talked to
Yeah.
him. So we watched the video, and there were people in the chat, someone in particular who was very upset with me and my opinions on the situation. He's like, no, the guy's crazy. He's out of his mind, all this stuff. If he's not crazy, he's being,
Yeah.
ableist or whatever. It was just
Mm.
like kind of crazy. And so at the next couple days, I thought about it. I was like, maybe I should just ask Native if he wants to come on and maybe
Yeah.
explain that. So what are you saying again? So you're saying that you felt that the humor in the video didn't come across as clearly as you were hoping?
Yeah, no. Because yeah, that because I just wanted it to be overly dramatic to the point where it was
Because it's a
just a
silly map
stupid
game.
video. Yeah, it's a silly map game.
Yeah.
It's like trying to make a serious, dark video, spooky music and stuff.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know what I was thinking in that moment. But yeah, so if you, so Mustachiola, he's
He's a
an
character.
eclectic fella. Um, yeah, I didn't really know what to say.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's fair. Yeah. No, I don't mean, I don't want to like press you to have to put anything out there. I was more just curious if you had tuned into that and gained any different perspective on it. But if the if the
Yeah, now
video,
I'm just confused. I'm just confused. I thought it was a bit of a simple cut and throat thing. Now I'm just there's lots of
yeah,
I don't know who this guy is at all that anymore. I thought I did, but now I just don't.
yeah, I think it's a part of a complex web of
Mm.
characters and non-characters and all types of weird
Yeah.
different variations of. Yeah, it does make it a curious thing. Well, that's funny. Do you still well, let's see. I was gonna say too, you had that video, and then you had the video that you put out about Steak as well, which
Yeah. I yeah, I don't know why. I was like, I'm just gonna make one last GeoGuessr video. I'm gonna, and it's like, I was like, I saw the information about Steak. I was like, oh, this is an easy, like, 3,000 view video, obviously, because I was like, this guy, he's a cheater,
it's the
exposed.
guy.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guy. So, yeah, I mean, I think one thing I didn't get quite across is that Steak is just like a great GeoGuessr player. I don't think that really came across well. There are other stuff I'm glad I left out, but you know,
Yeah, for sure. That just seemed to be a very successful video. So you put that out
yeah,
with the intention that it was going to be a last GeoGuessr video?
yeah,
Yeah. And so do you have that as, is there a time frame on that? Are you just going to keep doing what you feel like doing for now?
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
that's cool.
keep doing what I feel like doing.
That's cool. Nice. Oh yeah. So so have you, when it comes to Geo, then, if you could like basically kind of just stepped back, just not really in the mood?
Um, Not really. I still play the game. I probably like the game more than ever, like this year, just
Yeah.
because I'm no longer like forcing myself to have to play it, and rather just playing it when I feel like playing it for fun.
That sounds ridiculous. I can't imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it sounds good though. Yeah.
Yeah, bloody chat guesser. Like, I think I did a couple chat guesser streams, and
Yeah.
I could hardly do it for like 30 minutes before I was like, oh no, I can't do this.
Yeah, that's
Like,
fair.
it is incredible how you're able to like do this because like I could never in a million years like do what you do. It's seriously shocking.
You know what's funny is when I play by myself, I do 10-second NMPZ. It might be how I counterbalance the 2 minutes per round that
Yeah.
I give people in GeoGuessr. But yeah, whenever I play by myself, it's almost always like 10 to 30-second NMPZ. So it's kind of funny as a parallel to have that. But I don't know, man. I just look at it as like, and I know I've said this before, so anybody who frequents here has heard me, but I just look at GeoGuessr as a medium. So all it is just a way that there's something that we can do as a group together, a collective together,
Yeah.
and the people who want to come in and like try hard and work hard at it, they are free to do so. Obviously, they could go play by themselves, but if they like the fun and the community and the tunes or whatever,
Yeah.
that's cool, and they can come and hang out. And then other people who might just be stopping by, motherfuckers will come in on like their lunch break and stuff. Like, hey, how's it going? And put like 3 plonks in and be like, I gotta go back to work, and like that's kind of a cool part about it, I think. So it's different than like playing the game. And that's kind of what I mean too, is like the aspect where I don't feel like I've really played that much in the past like 6 or 8 months, because there's only been a handful of times outside of stream where I actually do something that resembles practicing or learning more, besides just having somebody be like, dude, that was Gen 4. Come on, man. What, are you out of your mind? Didn't you notice?
Yeah. It's a bloody good game.
You guys are going to drown me out here, man. Chill.
Oh, all these people are taking hydrates. Jesus Christ, what is up with that?
So it just means I have to be thirsty. Isn't this cool that I got blue water? Isn't this sick?
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah,
I
dude.
didn't even realize water came in that color.
I just got some dye. Yeah, I know, isn't it? But it should, right? The ocean and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
It should. When you think of water, yeah, it's blue. It's a blue liquid.
Yeah, when you put a lot of it together, it tends to be quite blue, I've noticed. Or is it just reflecting the sky?
Yeah, it probably has to be that one, doesn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. It reflects all the light except for blue bounces off of it.
Yeah.
I got that.
Right.
I got that. Yeah. Yeah. I think I learned some shit at some point or another. I think that's how that works. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So then when it comes to geo stuff, do you follow any controversy stuff anymore, or you just take a step back and?
Yeah, I've been following the whole UU chord controversy.
Nice.
So
that's
that was
fun.
a bit. I think I saw your Reddit comment. I was like, nice.
Yeah, I made a couple of those. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I did know about that for a while. At first I didn't even know what it was. I thought it was so bizarre at first, and then it was just so weird. I still don't understand what the hell is going on with that. It's so.
That's the type of thing that I think would be unique to make a video about. I mean, like, I'm not even telling you to do that or anything. I just would be excited to get the full story from someone who has a greater perspective on it.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a very, I don't know if complex is necessarily the word, but it seems like one of the situations where nobody quite has I don't know the full story. It'd be funny to hear the full story. From like when I saw your fucking videos, I was like, oh, this guy would be the guy to be able to make a video about this. But I mean, that requires a lot of investigation and, there's a lot that goes into figuring out a thing like that. Yeah.
Because there are just so many moving parts and, conflicting stories. It was just a hilarious prank or something. And
some kind of weird in joke or something. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure.
Someone in the military.
Somebody's in the military, so that makes it okay to say the things that we said. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, because that is such a recent developing situation, and like I said, when I was thinking of someone to have, I was like, well, maybe this guy might know something. I don't know. You know what I mean? So nothing. Just it's all just peripheral.
Yeah, I saw like the screenshots leak. That like got leaked recently. I saw them like almost straight away.
Yeah, I saw them like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know the whole story there. It just seems like I don't get it. I really don't get it at all.
I mean, it all is so comical when you just look at that it's just like we're just people we're just people who like playing like clicking on maps, and like I think that
Mm,
the overall thing, man, there's going to be internal conflicts in any community. I
yeah.
think there's just gonna that's just the nature of people grouping together. People are going to
Mm,
feud about stuff here and there, and words will be
mm,
said, and people will get upset, and that's just like the nature of the way that these things go. But I think
mm,
it is particularly funny, and I don't know why. It's just like it like I because I compare the geo community so much, and I think oddly enough there's a lot of parallels to GeoGuessr and like the Rubik's Cube community and the chess community. You know what I mean? Like there's a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
parallels to these guys, and so it's funny in my head to think of like the Rubik's Cube guys just being like, you know what, man, fuck Steve. Like that guy's like he's Hitler, man. He's Hitler. Steve over there, fucking the guy who juggles and does the to twist the shit every time he's juggling. It's just so crazy to me that this is where it's at. Uh yeah, that and I mean,
Mm,
like I said too, I there's perhaps a side of it that is shrouded from public perception or something, and maybe
mm,
the thing that we saw is not as bad as it looks perhaps or something.
yeah.
But I guess here's the thing then, and like I didn't know if you would know anything about this or not,
Mm,
but I'll just ask
yeah,
you this right now and then we can cut it off. Do you
yeah.
think that these people should be allowed in rainbow tournaments? Do you think that this behavior should be at the forefront of the competitive scene in this game?
Um, I mean, no. Yeah, it's very awful behavior. Like
Yeah,
just comparing like people to the bloody Nazi regime.
yeah, and
Like
calling for them to be executed. It's
yeah,
wild.
that's weird. That's a weird thing to do.
I just feel
Just
like there there needs to be a line that gets drawn. And man,
mm,
I'm no saint for Christ's sakes. Like I'm awful. I've done a lot of horrible
yeah,
things, but this
mm,
type of thing, I don't do it on a stage in front of, you know, like
mm,
where I will be competing in front of potentially thousands of people. It's like a different situation when you
mm,
become, when you have some kind of weight and or people look up to you or whatever, and you're
yeah,
still going to be like a gigantic piece of shit like that.
mm,
In this way, it just feels wrong to have that like
mm,
represented at the top. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I just noticed there was a bit of silence there. I think that was
No, no, I
must
didn't
on my
notice.
bed.
I didn't notice at all. No, it's fine.
Oh, that was
Uh,
nice
no,
silence.
I just want to bring that up mostly specifically just because you had made those videos before and I knew that you had
Yep,
somewhat of a pulse on what was going on. So I was just curious
yep,
what your perspective was on that, or if there was, you know,
yeah,
something that yeah, yeah.
yeah. I don't think it's very nice to do that kind of things. I
That's
don't know.
one way to put it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even like know how it started though. That's the thing. I don't know how it began. All I know is that they
For
got
sure.
banned, and I don't even know why they got banned or still, which is kind of the thing that's like makes me more confused because like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because they did that like as a response to the ban, I think, right? Because they
Yeah,
all
it
got
had something
banned.
to do with accounts that were, can someone help me on this? They were hacked accounts, and that these guys were
Hmm.
playing on these hacked accounts, so they had somehow
Oh well.
gotten the whatever the password and whatever, they were able to log into these
Hmm.
accounts and play from them. I don't entirely
Yeah.
know. There seems to be some dispute here on the
Hmm.
whole story, but it's so foggy and so ridiculous. I just think it's the kind of thing that if you're gonna ban the best player uh,
Hmm.
in the game for reasons that
Hmm.
people don't get to hear, you know, like that you keep it
Hmm.
shrouded in mystery, and we'll maybe never know
Hmm.
why the best guy was banned or whatever. Then can you at least ban like the shitty people for reasons that we know why they should be banned? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I think that that's
Hmm.
like one of the clear lines in the sand for me, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right,
Hmm.
cool.
Cool.
So what else do you like for music?
Oh, music. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back to music. Music's a bit back and forth. Yeah, yeah, I'm a big music fan. I don't know. I
What'd
feel
you
like I'm a very
what'd you grow up with? What do your parents listen to?
oh god, my dad like listens to Metallica, Pantera, and all that.
Oh wow.
Then
Okay. Yeah.
mum, my mum isn't really like a band's fan. She just likes songs and just listens to
A songs
songs.
person. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's a songs person.
I think my mom is kind of like that too. Yeah.
Mm,
Feel that.
yeah. Yeah, but it's weird because I didn't even know why my music taste is formed this way. It just happened that I like this music. My parents like completely different music. Like this.
Did you ever have a friend or something who introduced you to this stuff or?
No, I found most of them by accident. Like Frank Zappa was just recommended on YouTube once. I watched it. I was like, "Oh, this is amazing. I'm gonna keep being a fan."
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, that's how it started. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just always found music a little boring, and then I found music that wasn't as boring,
That
and I was
wasn't
like,
boring
"Yay!"
anymore, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then your brother, what did you say he was into?
Oh, he's all kinds. Yeah, he listens to pretty much everything, I think, but mainly like Radiohead and Beatles and Smiths, I guess.
Okay, yeah, he's got some bass
Arcade
taste though.
Fire. Yeah,
Yeah, some good choices.
yeah. I think he just listens to everything. Flaming Lips. Yeah.
Diff, what does that mean?
What's, ask how he feels about do 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 do.
About
The Rude Sandstorm.
Sandstorm?
The Rude Sandstorm.
Ignore that. I shouldn't have paid attention to it.
it's
I
it's
shouldn't.
it's
It's a great track. It's a good track.
yeah, it's good. It's a good song for what it is.
I'll tell you, it's a song where every time it comes on, I'm happy to hear it. It's not an
Yeah, me
overplayed
too.
song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Unless
feel
you're
like
getting
it
trolled.
might have been. Yeah, I think it used to be a little overplayed for me back in the old internet days.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, but now you don't hear it as much. I haven't heard it in a while.
Yeah, it's one of those tunes I'm happy to hear it when it comes on
Mm,
for the most part. I don't put it on myself, but if it's around, like if I could stick my head out the window and hear the Rude Sandstorm rather than the
yeah,
Weekend Starboy,
yeah,
it'd be a much better world, I think.
mm,
Eh,
yeah, yeah,
eh.
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, how you feeling, man?
Um,
You good? You got
I
anything you want to say?
I don't know. I'm a very boring person. Like having an interview about me is crazy because I'm not an interesting person at all. I'm a very uninteresting person. I I was like, I may as well do this just because this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity for me, to talk
Once in a
about my
lifetime,
boring life.
I guess so. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to get interviewed again like this on in front of people to watch.
I guess so. I don't
The-
know
of- of-
though. The perspective for me that I went into with this whole thing was just learning how to talk to people, right? And it's like
Mm,
me as the
yeah,
guy doing the interview. Obviously, it's
yeah,
not quite the same as like learning how to talk to people, because it's a
yeah,
little bit lopsided, I guess you could say.
yeah.
But overall, I mean, if I think that that's just kind of the thing to do and take away from it.
Mm,
It's not like we're some huge crazy community. It's not like it's not like I
mm,
could be like, oh, you know what? Instead of NativeHammerhead, I'm gonna go talk to somebody. It's like it's not like we're all just like some fucking guys. You know what I mean? Like we're all just
yeah,
hanging out and just doing our thing. So it's all it is really is just like a way to just chat with people and get to know people a little bit. And somebody, you tell them you're doing an interview.
yeah. I know
Jesus Christ, the
exactly. Yeah,
disrespect in this
yeah.
household is.
I told them. They didn't listen. Oh my god.
So what do your family do? Your parents?
Um. Yeah, they work.
Yeah, what do they what your pops do for work?
Ah, th- I didn't. I don't really want to say.
Okay, that's
I don't
fine.
know. I'm sorry. I've been. I don't know. I feel like. No, sorry. I'm embarrassed. No. Working. Yeah, exactly. Working corporators.
He's an employee. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's kind of a long running joke I have here. Long running is in episode 4 length of joke.
Is
I
this
asked.
episode 4?
This is the 4th one. Yeah, yeah. I asked Lefty what his parents how his parents are doing, and he did not have that was a bad idea to bring that one up. So I'm glad at least your parents are employed. Is I guess
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
employed.
That's
Yes.
good.
I'm wondering now, what did Lefty say?
You're gonna
What
have to
was
go back and
Lefty's
say
answer?
I don't want to. Well, he doesn't speak with his mom. I will say that much. He doesn't talk to his mom, so he doesn't know what she does. But I don't
Yeah.
want to get into you'll just have to go. It was towards the end if you want to go find that it was towards the end.
Yeah, I'm finding it right now. I was hoping someone would comment a timestamp already.
No, no
Yeah.
timestamps. I thought about doing timestamps
Ah,
myself, but it's a lot of work to go back over some of these. So it was
let's see if I can
kind of
find it.
crazy. It was in the last like 10 minutes probably. Don't worry about it now, man. Worry about it. We'll worry
Yeah,
about it later. No, no,
sorry,
no,
mate.
no, no.
My
It's all right.
bad. My bad. Yeah, I'll keep that in my mind for afterwards.
Yeah, it was tragic. So I'm glad to hear your family is well then
Yeah.
and
Well,
employed.
very, very employed.
Good. And you have a dog too. What's your dog's name?
Yeah, I have 2 dogs. One is named Chester, other one is named Roxy.
Oh, come on. Who named those dogs?
Us, possibly.
Us. What do you mean us? Can we not
Us,
blame
as a
somebody for these
family.
names?
No, they just organically came up with a dog. I don't know.
Just kidding, man.
I always thought they were fitting names for them,
Well,
personally.
you know them better than I do, so that's fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're a bit bonkers right now. I don't know what's going on exactly.
I just always maybe that's why they were knocking on the door. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's somebody there for you. Maybe there's a
Mm.
I don't know, man. Vaultec showed up or something. I don't know.
Voltec. Oh,
Yeah, something
God.
like that.
What the hell is a Voltec? What? How do you spell Voltec? Voltec.
Like a Fallout joke, dude.
What the hell is this? I have no. Oh, Voltec.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Voltec, like VOL Tech.
No, I
Yeah,
don't know what that is. Yeah, Vault.
that's
Vaultec.
nothing.
That's
Yeah,
my
Voltec. Okay.
American Canadian accent coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, I only played like Fallout once, and only the 4th one, and I got bored pretty early on playing.
It's your fault. It's a
think-
great game.
Yeah, no. What happened was my armor was like out of charge, and I didn't know how to charge it, so I just walked around the whole like walked so far away without armor.
You don't need
So
that
I didn't know what to
shit.
do.
It's optional.
Yeah, I know it's optional, but I was like going through like poison radioactive pathways. I was like, screw this game, I'm leaving. Yeah, it was a bit of a disaster.
It's a great game, man. Hey, I suggest you go back and try it again if you're ever in the mood. It's a great game. All right, man. Well, I think we're good here, Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You
I
got
don't know why I
anything?
did that. I don't know why I did that. I think you did that, and I copied you. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, man.
that
It
was
is what it
awful.
is. Did I do that?
I think you did that.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I
You
thought
might have did that.
that's something I would do. I don't think. You know. Well, it's nice to meet you, man. What's just real quick? What's your plan for the rest of the day? What you got going on?
That's a good question. I think I've got COVID right now.
Really? You feel unwell?
Yeah, so I'm probably resting. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I think I just got COVID, which is ridiculous because I was like sick for 2 weeks, like just before.
Oh,
Like
well,
I was
sucks.
recovered for 5 days, and I think I've already got COVID again.
We got a nice. You got a nice comforter on that bed there, man.
Yeah, it's a bed.
Let's snuggle in. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I do with the rest of my day. All right. Well, it was good to talk to you, dude.
Likewise.
Guys, check them out. Is it Native Hammerhead on everything? Like we can find you on YouTube, on Twitch. I don't know if you have a Twitter. I don't know where else you would put it.
I do have a Twitter, but don't have it. Like, it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
like
the
the
same.
thing I
Yeah.
advertise.
Yeah. Give him a shout, guys. Give him a follow. Native Hammerhead. Thank you for chatting, man.
Hey, no worries.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. You take it easy,
Sorry,
my guy.
I don't know how to talk.
You don't need to
Sorry.
apologize. It's all good, man.
Okay, I don't know what head to choose. Okay, anyways, bye.
Yeah. Take care, man. There you go, guys. Native Hammerhead. Give him a shout. Give him a shout. Give him a follow if you don't already follow him. Do it, do it, do it. I think it went pretty well.